I'm Josh.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Max.
I'm Joe.
I'm Joey.
I'm JV.
I'm Corey. We're 30 and 60, and you're watching
Live in Tallahassee!
It's time for Live in Tallahassee. Local events, local businesses, local groups, your friends and neighbors on TV. Live in Tallahassee, brought to you by United Way of the Big Bend. Elect United. Don't let apathy win. Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep, right on the corner and always right on the price. Miller's Ale House and Prism TV by CenturyLink. And now, here are your hosts, Ann Howard and Joel Silver.
Welcome to Live in Tallahassee. Yes, you can tell we are here at where?
We are in front of the home of the Florida State University Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium.
Correct.
As we celebrate what is a great football season and what everybody is talking about in Tallahassee.
What makes for a great football season at this point?
I think 5-0 is pretty much all you need to know.
Pretty much all you need to know, I agree.
5-0, the Seminoles are on the warpath, and we are going to be with the Seminoles throughout this entire season as we go all the way to hopefully the national championship.
So it's very appropriate we're standing here.
Yes, another great episode of Live in Tallahassee brought to you by the United Way of the Big Bend and Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep. And I'll have you know, I was over at Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep the other week. I'm trying to convince them to let you drive one of those Dodge Chargers. Because I think that would be an awesome shot to see you. Now, they don't know if they're going to let you do it.
Why?
Well, they don't know if you're that safe.
I have a great driving record.
But they're thinking about it.
My driving record is clean, for the record.
And for the next couple weeks, I'm going to try to convince them. I'm going to say we need Ann in a Charger.
And a Charger.
Let her drive around the city. We'll get some good shots. So, let us know if you think that's a good idea. And hopefully the good folks at Chuck Urban, I think he's going to let us do it. Though.
So lead us through
Let me tell you a little about what's going to go on in this show. First of all, we got a great first segment. We're going to go look at some of the other events that are happening around Tallahassee, other than football. Since this past weekend there was no game, there's other things happening in Tallahassee. We're going to show you.
No game in Tallahassee, you mean.
Hey, very well said.
Okay, yes.
We're gonna show you some of that stuff. In segment 2, we got a great LIT comedy gang, kids from FSU. They did some skits on some of our opponents, and this week in segment number 2, you're going to see a little skit about office behavior and how crazy it is to be in an office, and some mean people sometimes in the office.
We'll get there. And then segment 3,
and I'll be in Milwaukee too. We'll see a little bit of that as well. That's a good one too.
Did you see Laverne and Shirley?
We tried.
Okay. And then segment 3.
Segment 3, in honor of 2 years of Live in Tallahassee being on television on Fox 49.
Correct.
Tallahassee Magazine said, hey, listen, we want to flip it on you. Mackenzie Burley, our great friend and a wonderful person, said, we want to flip it on you and we want to interview you. You may have seen the article in Tallahassee Magazine.
Right, and I want to say Joel did very well during the interview process.
It was odd being on the other side, but I like it. And segment 4, as always, coming up events, what's happening in Tallahassee in the coming week, and we've got some exciting things to tell you about happening this coming weekend.
All right, let's get to something good. We don't want to hear you anymore.
I know, that was a long intro.
Yeah, so let's start.
Let's start it off with quick shots, and Ann's got the first one.
All right, so we are doing something with, imagine this, Florida State University. The Alumni Circle of Gold, a new class inducted into the Alumni Association Circle of Gold. More than 200 alumni and friends have been so honored since 1993 for their good deeds, both for FSU and beyond. This year's class includes Rhodes Scholar and NCAA track champion Garrett Johnson, former business dean Ray Solomon, Alumni Association Chairman-elect Gordon Sprague, and former alumni chair and South Florida judge Don Stone.
The Circle of Gold has made my life complete. Florida State is the best there is in this nation. I'm proud to be a member of the Circle of Gold.
Okay, you may have seen this update on our Facebook page, but all the brides in Tallahassee attending a wedding show at the Alumni Center. Same actual building, which is very funny, but a whole different time and a whole different crowd. These are the ladies of Tallahassee and some of the gentlemen that are so excited to get married, and Andrews...
Including you?
Yes, I'm a part of that. Andrews Catering was there. Our company, Silver Digital Media, was there with our wedding services. And we saw all the great people. Check it out, all of our friends. Take a look who's here. Our buddies from Intense Events. How about John Summers, the announcer on our show? He provided the music.
John.
He provided the music. It was exciting. And a lot of our other friends that are on this show all the time, including Vosel's Bridal.
Aw. And planning this day is a huge occasion. Many women take it very seriously. This is something they've been thinking about since they were very little girls. So we appreciate all the vendors who came out to help make this process a little bit easier for all of these ladies and the gentlemen they will one day be marrying.
Another great organization in town, the Florida Public Relations Association Capital Chapter. Meeting at the top floor of Hotel Duval. They had a great time up there. And they have a monthly meeting. If you are in the public relations industry and you want to be with a group of bright thinkers, smart people, and people that know how to do PR, look up the Florida Public Relations Association Capital Chapter and join today. And you see, they have fun and they get work done.
Hello, my name is Erica Villanueva. I'm president of the Capital Chapter of FPRA. We're here at Level 8 Lounge at Hotel Duval having our kickoff social for the year. We're encouraging everyone who attends tonight to get involved in committees. We have several events throughout the year, and we hope that anyone who's interested in participating will check out our website. It's fpra-capital.org, or you can find us on Facebook.
Starting off the next quick shot with some baseball footage.
And we're actually going to do something different this time, Joel, because you and I need a break. We're going to hand things off to Nick Christie, and we're going to let him tell us about the retirement of Chipper Jones. And where was this, Nick?
Thanks, Ann. Yeah, it was in Atlanta, actually, where the Braves play, at Turner Field. And a huge crowd, lots of Chipper Jones fans. I don't know if you know this, but he actually started playing back in 1993, went to 2012, 20 years of professional baseball. That's quite the record. Here's some sound bites from the game itself. Let's check it out.
Every one of you are my younger brothers. Every time you do something awesome on the baseball field, I feel like a proud papa. You guys continue to impress me night in and night out. You've done a great job bouncing back from what happened last year. I'm so proud of each and every one of you.
So we did things a little bit differently. We started off with quick shots in front of Osceola and Doak Campbell Stadium behind us. So hello. So what are we doing now?
I think after all that talking, we need to go to break.
I think so too. People are gotta be sick of us.
We'll be back with more Live in Tallahassee right after you hear a message from our friends at Miller's Ale House.
Hi, Live in Tallahassee viewers, this is Brian over at the Ale House. Come on by for our frosty beers, smoking hot women, and have a great orange crush. See us on Saturdays for the Florida State games, even the internet broadcast, and check us out on Sundays. We got every NFL game there is. Miller's Ale House on Appalachian Parkway, just down the street from the Capitol.
Our community is a great place to live, but more than 60,000 of our neighbors live in poverty.
1 in 5 are children.
Fortunately, we're doing something about it through United Way. United Way provides 4 million pounds of food to 33,000 struggling families in the Big Bend.
And sends home healthy food for kids to eat on the weekend when they're not in school.
Like every community, ours has some problems.
Want to solve problems? Elect United for a stronger, safer, healthier community.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Hassenbemp Incorporated.
We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Read us any rule, we'll break it. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way. Nothing's gonna turn us back now. Straight ahead and on the track now. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way.
Joel Silver live in Tallahassee, here in the beautiful city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know, with Silver Digital Media, we get the chance to travel around so much and do such great things. We're going to take a break from the show in Tallahassee and find out what's going on in Milwaukee. Now, we are in a park here in the middle of Milwaukee. Who are you, my friend?
Seth Robinson.
Seth Robinson, flying a kite. Unbelievable, a beautiful American patriotic kite. Tell me what's special about Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, the lake. Milwaukee lakefront is what's special about Milwaukee.
Man, that is beautiful. We don't see a lot of lakes like that in Florida. Tell me what you know about Florida.
The most beautiful thing about Florida that I recognize was the palm trees, and in the morning when the sun rises over the ocean.
That's right.
That's the most beautiful thing I ever saw. I'm not gonna lie to you. One of these days, I want a chauffeur-driven limo just to see the sunrise in Florida, man.
Well, he loves Florida. Well, so if you know Eglin, then you know Tallahassee. You ever heard of Tallahassee?
I heard of that.
You heard of Tallahassee.
Yes.
What do you know about that?
I've never been there. Further south I've gotten was Eglin. Okay, in Panama City, around that area. Yes.
All right.
And I saw the white sand beaches. I never saw white sand beaches before I got to Florida.
You don't have sand on the lakes, do you? No sand there.
No, not here, no.
All right, my friend, that was a great interview. We love talking to you. Come and see us in Tallahassee sometime.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so hey, here we are. We got some people from the Midwest, Wisconsinites here. What do you know about Florida?
Oranges.
Oranges.
That's right. If you could visit any city in Florida, which would it be?
Ooh, Miami.
Miami would be your choice?
Yeah.
Well, what do you know about Tallahassee, Florida?
Nothing.
You ever heard of Tallahassee?
Yes.
You have. Do you know what the state capital is?
No.
Of Florida.
Tallahassee?
Yes! Well, see, people do know, even way up here in Wisconsin. Tell me a little about this place and what makes it special.
Mainly the art museum that's over there. It tends to like fold up. I just saw the video just now, so it's pretty cool. And all the fountains are different colors. I don't know.
Well, there you go.
I would have to say the Brewers.
The Brewers, yeah.
The beer or the team?
Both.
All right.
From Wisconsin, yeah, definitely the beer and sports.
And that's our check-in with some Wisconsinites. We'll be back.
That's exactly what's going on. Margaret's on the market, if any of you gentlemen.
Margaret's kind of a slut.
Oh, hey, did you guys
see
see
the new paper for the copier? It's much thicker.
It's nice. Hey, like guys.
I enjoy that.
Mitch just dropped his pen. Everyone do the Mitch.
Oh, Mitch, I'm writing with me. Oh, Mitch, I'm writing with me. Oh, my God. Mitch, I can't believe you just did that, man. Oh, man.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Someone had a weekend.
What did you do? Look at his collar. Where were you last night until this morning?
Let's do the Chris. Okay.
That's not quite exactly how it happened. Well, you got that part right. But no, what are you talking about? That was not my weekend. If you want to hear the story, I can tell you guys the story of what happened. Okay, now you're going a little far.
Guys, that was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, no, I know something funnier than that. Your divorce with your wife, Margaret. Isn't it hilarious? Like, I just imagine like coming like,
Oh, I don't like you anymore. You don't satisfy my needs. There's a reason I cheated on you.
Let's do the Gary. Let's do the Gary.
Oh, I don't like you anymore, and I think we shouldn't be together.
What are you talking about, Diane?
Yeah, that's right. You heard me. You're selfish and you're mean, and you don't satisfy my needs in bed. And there's a reason I cheated on you with Chris.
Oh, please, Diana, please, just don't bring the kids into this,
No, you have to tell the kids. You have to tell the kids tonight.
No, Diana, I can't tell the kids.
We're getting a divorce.
Listen, please, don't bring in this.
Gary, this is serious.
Listen, we can't bring this into court, okay? Look, right now, I got too much on my plate.
Oh, what? What other way did you want to have a divorce? Tell me, Gary. Tell me.
Okay, kids, listen, boys. I'm gonna need you two to be really strong for me right now, okay? Our family's gone through a lot. Listen to me. Don't cry. Don't you cry.
Can we just not do the Gary? Can we just not do the Gary? It's too funny. Oh, goodness.
At Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep, it's Ram Power Days with up to $11,000 off MSRP. That's right, $11,000 off MSRP. We're going to sell not one, not two, but 50 Ram 1500s at invoice by the end of the month. And I'll show you the invoice on any of them. That's right, 50 trucks going out the door at invoice by the end of the month. Ram Power Days are going on right now, only at Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep, home of the 1995 oil change, on the corner of West Tennessee and Capitol Circle, where we're right on the corner and always right on the price.
Welcome to Live in Tallahassee. I'm Kenzie Burley with Tallahassee Magazine, and we have something a little bit different and interesting for you today. We're going to switch the roles. I'm going to be on this side of the camera interviewing Joel and Ann.
Oh boy.
We actually just did an interview about Live in Tallahassee, written by Roseanne Dunkelberger. And something interesting about Live in Tallahassee is in the current issue of September, October.
Page 173, I think
Page
it is.
177.
Oh,
I thought it was 177 is what my mother said.
Page 177.
And I actually learned a lot of new things about reading this article.
Is that right?
So you started how many years ago?
3 years ago, pretty much putting this whole thing together. 2 years right now, we've been on Fox 49. We are actually celebrating 2 years right now.
That's great.
Yeah, we are excited and couldn't be more thrilled.
It's really hard to believe that it's gone by that fast. I think back to events that we've covered annually, and I realized we've got footage from previous years where we've done this, 3 or 4 times now. So that's exciting, and how fast it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much fun with him. That's what makes it fly by. I think.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. This is so exciting, though, to have you interviewing us.
It's exciting.
We normally ask the questions.
Right, so
This
Joel's
is
nervous.
completely different. Now I got to be ready for some questions that I'm not going to know the answers to.
Well, tell me, this isn't your only job, right? You both have other things going on?
Correct. I'm actually the communications director for the Florida Department of Corrections, and that is my day job, and I love that. And he's the owner and everything for Silver Productions.
Chief bottle washer.
Mm-hmm.
I do them all. I
Cat
do
herder,
everything.
that kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm.
Silver Productions, I got a video production company. We do all sorts of great productions, but this is one of them. And this is the most fun thing we do, though.
And how long have you been doing that?
Ooh, that's like 20 years. 20 years I've been in the video business. Started when I was back in college.
Hard to believe, right?
Wow.
So,
I know.
That's great.
That is why hopefully we've built up a pretty good reputation in this city, and we have a lot of happy clients, and we make a lot of good videos.
I'll give it to Joel. He may be the best editor in town, along with Nick Christie, who also works for Silver Productions.
Who's also in the article
Yes.
on page 178. 176.
Right, oh, that's right.
No, he's on the next page.
He's on the next page, right.
Great
He's
shot of
in there.
Nick Christie, who
As he
is
should
behind
be.
the cameras now and making all this interview look good. But he's there, and there's a shot of him in the magazine too, which was a great article. I don't know if I'm allowed to contribute and say my own things here, but the article was, everybody in Tallahassee is telling me that they saw us in the article. So, the whole city reads this magazine. Someone's calling me right now to tell me that they saw me in the magazine. But no, seriously, everybody tells me, people come up to me all over the place. I saw you in Tallahassee Magazine, saw you in Tallahassee Magazine. So, it's
I've
amazing.
gotten a lot of compliments about it too, so yeah, we are very appreciative. We loved it.
Amazing what you guys have done with that magazine and how many people read it.
Thank you. Well, this interview is about you guys.
Oh.
As much as I want to talk about Tallahassee Magazine, you forget that I'm interviewing you.
Yes.
So tell me, you've done 3 years now, and I read that you have, out of 52 weeks a year, that you have 50 weeks that are covered with the show. So we're talking over 150 shows potentially. It's a lot of coverage, it's a lot of interviews.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
But it's a lot of fun.
Again, it is a lot of fun. My background is originally from television news, as is his, and it's completely different to not have to do the really hard, frankly, sad stories. All we do are the fun, great things going on in a fun, great town. So it's really the best that you could imagine if you like TV and you like to have fun. This is the place to be, Live in Tallahassee.
You get the good and the great only.
Yes.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah,
Write that
that's
down.
it.
Yeah, okay. I will.
So out of all of those shows that you've put on in the past 3 years, what would you say was the most interesting person that you interviewed?
Besides Ann.
Right.
Or besides you, we interviewed you. That was
Thank you.
Quite a few times.
That was an exciting one.
I think it's really kind of hard to answer. We have interviewed so many people, and the thing about the show that we really love is that we interview as many regular people who live here in Tallahassee and surrounding areas as much as possible. So I can't think that any one person really stands out. We get the local politicians all the way to, you know, the 2-year-old just learning how to speak who's at the downtown get down. I don't know that we can really answer that question, that one single person has been the most interesting.
Right.
And she says regular in a positive way. That's a good thing that we interview regular people, because
That's what
this
the
is
show's
everybody
about.
in the entire city and the great things they do. It's that kind of a thing. But I like it when we go out and interview people that normally wouldn't get coverage on television. So people that are in these organizations that every day they work so hard, whether it's to help kids or animals or all these things. With Children's Home Side, I work with Patty Manny with the animals and all the folks at the shelter. People that don't get any coverage but do so much stuff. I love those interviews, because this is the type of thing that people say they don't know what's going on in Tallahassee, and they don't know what they can do or be a part of and how they can help, and that's kind of what we try to show.
Answer that question.
I think that's great.
Right.
We like it.
We do. So now everything can't be planned. I mean, you have to have situations that happen that weren't planned, and you may or may not keep them on tape, obviously.
Well, yeah, it's nice that we can hit the delete button sometimes. Just recently, we went to the Tallahassee Chamber Conference in Destin, and they had some displays set up throughout the first evening. And Joel decides he wants to go talk to the birds, and he turns it into this fantastic Alfred Hitchcock moment. And I literally walked away, unsure as to whether or not we were going to be kicked out. But he walked up to these little birds, parakeets, and I don't know, some of them talked, just cute birds that were there for people to take pictures with, and basically chases them all throughout the lobby. They actually had to go and get the birds back and put them back, and they actually let us stay there and do an interview with them, surprisingly enough.
But I can top it at the same event, because sadly that wasn't on camera, we were just setting up. But moments later, while Anne was messing with the birds, she was able to get actually some real action from the bird, and during a kiss, and the bird stuck its tongue out in her mouth, and they actually
that's lovely.
They touched tongues, and it was
a little
really
awkward.
I mean, it was an intense kiss between Anne and the bird. So that's completely unplanned. Working with animals.
Yes, working with animals, and Joel.
Hey,
it's always unplanned.
Fun things like that.
So where do you see Live in Tallahassee, going in the near future and maybe 10 years from now?
We have seen a steady growth from Live in Tallahassee, and we continue to get more positive comments, great feedback. The sponsors locally are starting to really jump on board and say, I love the concept, and we want to be a part of it to keep a show that highlights all these great local things that we do. So I see the growth continues to happen, and I think that will continue.
It's awesome to watch the numbers grow in terms of viewership. Dan Mecca with Fox shows them to us, and it's awesome to see. He's actually admitted to being surprised at how well the show has done. So that's great, and we love it. And it's really kind of hard to say. That's one of the things we do like about the show. We have complete flexibility, and that it's ours, and we kind of just let it do its own thing, and we follow behind.
We thought for a while it was going to be all guys tuning in just to see Anne, because she's...
And then we come to realize that it's mostly, I don't know, women 40 and older who love Joel.
That's my demographic.
That's his demographic, and apparently guys ages 18 to 25.
That think you're hot.
That love Joel.
That's great.
Oh, that too. No, we actually get a huge, it runs the whole gamut.
It does.
We get people in their elder years that tell us they watch and they love it because it's such a fun program, and we even have some kids that get to watch it because there's kids on the show all the time.
Right, and again, we go out to all those events like the Downtown Get Down, and whenever people see us, they ask, who are you with, and once they know, they make sure they watch, and so it's always awesome to see yourself on television having a good time, not for a bad reason.
Right.
This is all fun, so if you're on Live in Tallahassee, you're going to look good.
And I don't know if the answer can continue or if it's too long of an answer already, but to answer your question specifically, 10 years from now, we're hoping Live in Tallahassee will still be here, and it'll be a full functioning a company almost all in itself.
And then the hosts are going to be Vince, my son,
her son,
and then the baby that's soon to be coming, I'm sure, as soon as he gets married and they do all of that. It'll be awesome.
Yes. So yeah, we hope it's going to do that, and it'll be a company, and it'll fund itself, and with the sponsors that come in and continue to grow. So we hope that will happen. And so far we're right on the track.
That's great.
It's still going uphill for sure, but we're having a lot of fun with it. So it's growing.
Well, I was actually really interested. I read the article reading about, you know, your increase in coverage and viewers on Fox, and how there were 2 national shows that were basically, you were kind of put to the test, and that you overcame that, and that you had more viewers than they had. Would like to do a giveaway about that, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay,
We love it.
So let's do a staycation. So it's Tallahassee oriented.
Wow. Okay.
Where whoever gets the right answer first on your Facebook page.
Good.
About the 2 national shows that you beat in rankings on Fox. We'll get the giveaway.
Perfect. And the answer is in there. It's in the article.
And the answer is in the article. The September-October issue, Tallahassee Magazine, starting on page 176. If you don't have a current copy, you can also look at the digital flip book at TallahasseeMagazine.com.
And we'll even give everybody a few days to look up the answer.
Sure.
So if you have to go find a Tallahassee magazine, you can go find one and then read the article and see how good Ann looks in that photo.
Actually, we aren't going to be able to do that because it's the first person to answer it.
Oh, is it the first?
Yeah.
First
Okay.
person answer.
Mackenzie's making the rules.
Well, thanks again for letting me interview both of you lovely people, and it was so great to read the article about you. I think everybody really appreciates everything you do in Tallahassee. I know I do. So congratulations, thanks again, and back to you guys on the other side.
Thanks, Kenzie. Coming up events now, we start with a pre-recorded interview at the Challenger Learning Center. All right, we are here at the Challenger Learning Center. Next to me, Chelsea Bunchu with the Challenger Learning Center, Emily Brown, Tallahassee Community Chorus. And we have an exciting event. This is going to be wild. Crowd participation. It's a sing-along, Sound of Music. Emily, tell us what this is.
Well, it's a family fun event. There's going to be lots going on here. It's the movie that everyone loves, the iconic movie with subtitles so that everyone can participate. There's going to be an MC to kind of guide you through the movie, and a costume contest. So dress up however you'd like to represent the movie, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, and this is on IMAX, so that must be even better.
Absolutely. It's the film that you remember, but it's 72 feet wide. It's 5 stories tall. It's IMAX quality. It looks amazing. The sound is incredible. And so it's really going to be a fun event to have everybody singing, laughing, dancing, really getting involved.
And it's people of all ages, and you actually get to participate while the movie is going.
Absolutely. We want everyone to. You certainly don't have to, but that is all part of the fun, is to sing along and just and enjoy the movie that you've always loved, but in a completely new way.
That's it. You see it on your screen. This Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be like nothing else ever before in IMAX. It's going to be so cool. 2 other events to tell you about real quick for upcoming events. Be sure you're at the 20th anniversary of Po' Boys. That's happening Saturday all day. The streets are shut down. And Saturday night, Cards for a Cure, a great event. And what do you think we should do now?
All right, time to say goodnight, don't you think?
I think so. Go Seminoles! 6-0, baby, this weekend.
We love you, Tallahassee.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Live in Tallahassee. For the entire team, this is your announcer, John Summers, saying good night, and be sure to visit us on Facebook.